All right, volume of a cylinder. This is where thinking of it as area of the base times height really helps, because volume of a cylinder, that may look a little intimidating, but if you think of it as just a circle on the bottom that's turned into a three-dimensional shape by giving it height, it's kind of like stacking a bunch of quarters on top of each other, or hockey pucks, or whatever kind of disc circular shape you can think of. And it's the area of a circle, which is pi r squared, times how many of those hockey pucks or whatever it is that you're stacking on top of each other. So if you have, like an example like this, a circle that has a radius of 3 inches, the area of that circle is 9 pi, radius squared times pi. So if you have 7 of those stacked up on top of each other and there's 9 pi in each one, then it's 7 times 9 pi, which is 63 pi inches squared. Now, you might have a cylinder that's leaning to the side, so it might look something like this, where it's not straight up and down, and you might think, well, this formula isn't going to work on something like that, but it actually does. So I've got a stack of quarters here that I'm going to try and demonstrate that with. So here's a stack of quarters. That's your cylinder. So you would find the area of the base. What's the area of 1/4? And then multiply that by how many quarters you have, which is your height. So here there's about, I don't know, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 quarters. So if 1/4, we'll just say, was 9 pi, then you'd multiply that by 8, and that'd be 72 pi. Now, if you lean it, if I skew my quarters like this, so they're leaning to the side now it's not straight up and down, I still have the same size quarter on the bottom with the same amount of quarters stacked up on top of there, so it's the same amount of volume. So that's the best way I can explain to you that if the cylinder is perfectly straight up and down, or if it's leaning to the side, it still has the same volume because it's the same amount of discs, the same amount of layers, and each layer is the same size.